Are you struggling with your creativity on Instagram? Don't worry, Sue B has you covered. Today, I'm going to show you how to use one of my favorite apps, Fonto, on Instagram. One of my favorite apps that I keep inside my Instagram folder is Fonto. It's available in Google Play for the Android or the iPhone. I'm going to show you some examples on my Instagram Expert account, the Instagram Expert, and then I'm going to take you inside the app and show you how to use it. So a lot of people talk about Fonto as being a text overlay for photos, which it is, and it's great for that, but there's also all these other elements where you can do color blocking and add images on top of that. So let me show you some examples. When you add text, you can put a color behind the text and block the color behind the text. You can also add different colors to each letter so that they pop out and match up to your image, as I did here with the balloons. You can add graphics on top of your photo. So if you want to use a watermark on top of your photo, you can add that watermark and you can change the opacity of that watermark as well. It can be bold or it can be light. There are so many amazing things that you can do. You can even curve the text if you want to. You can just simply put it on top of your image. You can use the color blocking aspect where you can have part of it be your image and part of it be a color block with text on top of it. Here's another example of using the color blocking. You can also add design elements, as I did here with the stars, and you can add an image on top of an image. And you can fade out the image. There's so much that you can do with not only the text, but also the image. There are over 200 font styles to choose from, which is pretty awesome. So here are a few more examples I'm just going to show you so you get some inspiration for your business as to what you could do on Instagram. Now let me take you right into the app. And because it's a free app, you are going to see ads on the app. You want to click the camera icon at the bottom in the middle, and I'm going to show you how to do a color block right now. So you click on plain image and you're going to see the black, tap on the black, and then tap on black where it says color. When you do that, you will be able to see all the different colors that are available for you to use to add a color block. So you may choose just to add one color and have that be the block, or maybe you want to fill in these empty colors and make it an ombre background. There's so many options. You can even have it be a rainbow if you want. So I'm going to click on apply, and now this is going to be what I save. Click on the arrow on the top right to upload it, use and save. So this becomes my color block. Now I can layer on this if I want to. I can add an image or I can add an item. So let me add an image. I'm going to add a photo. Let's add the emoji shelf, my emoji shelf. Now, another thing to keep in mind, when you add an image, a photo, you can choose what it is inside of. So you can have it be inside a bubble if you want, or a star. I'm going to have it stay inside the square. I'm going to press done, and I'm going to show you how to just move this around with your finger. You can change the size. Simply tap on the image, change the size of the image. You can also tilt the image if you want to. You can move the image. You can, if you want to move it a little bit at a time, you can just click on move and use those arrows. The alpha is how you can fade it in and out, like that opacity, which is really cool. And then you can, let's click on that again. If you don't want the image, you can remove the image and start again. So let's just add that image one more time. So much that you can do. Okay, I'm going to keep it in the square, press done. That's going to be the image that we use. Now I'm going to show you how to add text on top of the image. Okay, so let me just make this a little bit bigger, frame it in there, and let's call this emoji love. So I'm going to click on the color block where it says add text now, and I am going to put emoji love. After I do that, I can align it by clicking align left and then press done. And now you see I have this pink emoji love. But if I wanted to change the color, I just press on style. And now I have all these options. I have options for the actual text. I have options for the stroke, which is the line around the text. And I have options for the background if you wanted to put a background, like I showed you an example that I did with the Instagram Expert with those balloons. Once you're done deciding what you want it to be, just press done, and you can move this around wherever you want it to be. Again, you can change the size of the text, and you can even tilt the text if you want to. Really pretty awesome. Now, if I wanted to change the font, this is where you go into the font. And there are 200 fonts to choose from. So there's a lot of great choices back here. And I love this because a lot of the apps don't have such a variety of text type styles to choose from. So that is how you can upload a color block and layer it with a photo and then add text. When you're done, click on the arrow at the bottom right and just save this to your camera roll. Okay, it's going to say saved. Now, and then it goes into ads occasionally. If we wanted, let's start again, click on the camera, let's reset. If we wanted to just start with an image, you're going to click on the camera, you're going to go to the photo album, and I'm going to start with an image. So let's use Rachel Polish on the SBZ team. And in the app, there are also great filters that you can choose as well. There's so many options here, but I'm just going to click on done. So this is if you're going to upload a photo and say I wanted to add something to the photo. So maybe we wanted to add an item. So here's where all those items come in. I showed you the star, there's shapes, there's bubbles, there's other things here that you can add on top of the image if you want to. I'm going to just add a little heart to show you what that looks like. You can click on the heart. You can change the color of the heart and press done if you want. If you don't like it, you can remove it. You can add text to the photo just like you did to the color block. And let's have this say hashtag SBZ team. And you can align it, you can press done, and then you can go back and you can move it anywhere that you want to, as I showed you before. So let me just show you where that curve feature is. If you click on the arrow on the far end here, it says curve and 3D, and this is how you can make the text curve or do a 3D. Pretty cool, right, you guys? All right, so let me just show you one more example that I did with those shapes so that you guys can get some more inspiration and hopefully start digging in to this awesome app, my favorite app, called Phonto. So let me just show you one that I did on Sue B. Zimmerman in my personal account recently. So what I did here was I did an ombre color block. I added the graphics from a tweet that Michael Port did, which was pretty awesome. And then I added several different elements of the stars and I changed the colors of each star. So you can do that. You can keep adding more and more design elements to your image. And that's why I love Phonto. You can layer, you can get super creative with your text, and it's a really awesome way to make your photos stand out from everyone else's on Instagram. Did this Instagal get your creative juices flowing? I sure do hope so. If I did, be sure to subscribe to my channel because you know what? I love each and every one of my subscribers, and I want you all to have a hashtag Insta Awesome Day.